Let me speak some truth into you. If you're currently with people that don't know how to deal with emotions, with people that cannot process emotions, with people that cannot regulate their emotions, what's going to happen to you is you're going to get lots of stress, which is going to lead you to illness, and in the end, it can lead you to a disease. And why do I say that? Because people who don't have emotional regulation are constantly going to be appearing in your life, and there's going to be tension because you bring out something in them that they have not settled within themselves, and they projected that outwards. You see, when you get to be in your truth, the people give out a reaction. And without you understanding, what these people manage to do is to keep you quiet. So anything that you say causes a reaction. It triggers them. When people do not have emotional regulation and they don't know how to deal with emotions, triggers are going to be coming up all the time. A lot of people are so used to assigning blame other than themselves. The problem, they always say it's with the other person, and they never look into themselves. Guys, you need to take a look at the surroundings that you're with. You might be so desperately trying to interact with a human being that is not alright within themselves. Their brain is messed up. Their emotions are all over the place. They're ignorant. They have no idea why they're behaving the way that they're behaving. And they manage to get into your beautiful, quiet space where you might be living a peaceful life. And they come just to bring chaos and destruction. You need to know how to put boundaries to these people and how to deal with them. Do not surround yourself with people that are always out there to engage in conflict or fights. If you're in a relationship and you're constantly fighting with your partner, you need to think through that relationship because you are settling. And I don't care if that person has a high percentage of stuff that you want. If they have not managed to regulate their emotions, doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. And you might be telling me that I'm a bit absolute in the way I say things, but if a person does not have the emotional capacity to understand themselves, there is no way in hell they're ever going to understand you. And you can love a person so much, but if they haven't learned to deal with emotions or how to respond to emotions, and they're constantly creating all these different things in your life, your pathway is not a clear pathway. There's always going to be dead-end signs. And you need to recognize that. You need to see the truth of a person. I'm not saying to you that if you're surrounded by people that you do not see your point of view with things, that you should just tell them to fuck off. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying, though, is if there are people like that in your life that you can see, that you cannot pass your message without them getting emotionally triggered, you've got to learn to distance yourself or to limit the conversations. Now, if it's a person that you're constantly with, it will never end. You need to see the person for who they are. You've got to see emotional regulation is not a part of their life. They are chaotic people. They thrive in destruction. Some people are never going to get it, and it's still okay. But the question here is, when are you going to get it? When are you going to get it that you're fighting a battle that is not even about you? It's about other people. And how have you dimmed your light down to accommodate these people that are constantly trying to find ways to disapprove with the way that you feel? How long are you going to be accepting people not validating how you feel and how they're making your experience, that it's not worth it, that only what they have is correct. Be careful about the people you allow in your surroundings. Limit your time with them if needed. And if you're constantly surrounded by chaos into your life, you also need to reflect and see the chaos that exists within yourself. Because if you're attracting that experience, that means that there's something inside of you that you still have not addressed. So, sit down with yourself and think about everything that's around you. Because across you is a mirror of yourself. And you need to discover what that mirror is. And you need to attend to it. Do not waste your beautiful years wasting time. Emotional regulation is a must in life. You're not going to get out of it alive if you continue with that. Because eventually, when all those hormones and stress hormones come in, it has a direct effect to your brain. It does. It makes the amygdala much more smaller. And that is also an experience that a lot of people went through when they were dealing with narcissistic people. They got so used to giving explanations to people, even though it was not their fault. And there is such a severe trauma that stays from there, that eventually it does affect the neurological pathways of the brain, because it becomes a chronic thing. And you need to find the ways to regulate yourself again. Keep away from crazy people that don't know how to deal with emotions. They're never gonna get it. So if you're a person that is a quiet person, that is peaceful, always be ready that you're always gonna be having the opposite people come to you, because you have what they don't have, and they're attracted to that. And if you don't know how to handle it, every time that thing is going to be bringing you down. You've got to get the emotional intelligence to know how to deal with situations like that. Do not waste your future. Take care of yourself, because you're valuable. And don't let any crazy people treat you that way. You're smarter than that.